let's talk about then like all the backlash he's getting from like other rappers in the game, man. So which ones you stood up the most? Which one do you not even understand? Like, let's talk about it.
I think Meek is like the biggest one right now. Even Snoop. I guess what. So I mean, obviously, I understand why they don't like snitching. The two kind of like flaws I see in whenever rappers do this shit is one. I think it kind of encourages people to not snitch in moments when it's actually necessary. Like an innocent person next door is fucking murdered in cold blood, and like, yo, that's not my problem, bro. Like, fuck all that shit. Because I've seen interviews when people ask hypothetical things like, oh, what if you found out your neighbor was a serial killer? And they're like, that's none of my business. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I understand if you're selling they're selling drugs, or your boy gets caught up and you don't want to say anything. That makes sense to me. But like, if there's a fucking rapist and shit like down the street, like how are you gonna say like, oh, let the streets handle it, or like, you know, just take a weird approach? And if that's how you're raised and you want to stick to that, then fine. But like, I wouldn't encourage it on a public platform. Obviously, Tekashi's case is different, but also the other flaw I see in this shit is, objectively speaking, I think is one, like these, from what I understand, were boys he really grew up with. This was all based. This was like a business relationship.
Yeah, I think he mentioned, he's like, bro, he wants them like, yo, I can rap. You guys are fucking gangbangers. We can make this shit work together. We can both get rich together. That was like his motive.
Yeah, and I think everyone knew if anything went down, Tekashi was gonna snitch. So I don't know why they let him call these crazy criminal shots and just let him get involved in the gang. And everyone praises Nipsey. I don't think someone like Nipsey would have allowed some random ass kid to tarnish, you know, the gang's brand for the sake of a few dollars here and there. So I feel like not enough blame's being put on them. I hear people saying, you know, Tekashi put fathers behind cages and all this shit, but I'm sure if he fucking had an AK and sprayed them all up, people wouldn't be saying, oh, now he left, you know, these kids without their parents and all like that and shit. They would have been like, yo, like what son did was dirty, like that, end of story. But all of a sudden, like being put behind a cage is you know, the worst thing on the planet. But if he had murdered them, or, you know, all the other innocent people that get murdered by drive-bys and shit that these rappers claim they're doing, like none of that matters. And it just seems very hypocritical in a lot of ways. So I don't understand a lot of those arguments because of that.